Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final event of Cell Bowl 2025. I am not being joined with my co-host today because he is on his way and in transit to the annual meeting, ASCP's annual meeting. I will be attending also, but virtually because I am running this amazing event from the Cell Bowl Stadium this week. So, what we have is an amazing show for you today because we have celebrations all over the place of the winners of both of the events, but also teams that probably don't think they're being celebrated. So, make sure that if you did not enter the playoffs or anything, you stay tuned at the end of this episode because you will be celebrated and you don't even realize it. There have been some amazing firsts, some really great times, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So join me for some really amazing fun today with the Super Cell Bowl and Second Chance Showdown results. I can't wait. So are you ready to Cell Bowl? So if this is your first time ever watching Cell Bowl, welcome to the Cell Bowl Stadium and welcome to the final event. I want to caution you that there are definitely some spoiler alerts, so please make sure to go back, watch the first episode, and go all the way through so you don't miss anything. This has been an incredible, an incredible ride, and I don't want you to miss all the ways of how we got here. So the Cell Bowl is an NFL style hematology competition that celebrates MLT and MLS programs all over the nation who choose to participate. It is created by yours truly, uh, Medical Lab Lady Kill, but I have some really and great, really great sponsors and an amazing co-host as well. The gold sponsor is our credentialing agency, ASCP. And our silver sponsor is the incredible Cellavision, the company who makes the actual app that we use in order to do the event. So every year we have all these student teams across the nation who use the Cellavision app called the Cell Atlas app. It has a tutorial part and a quiz part. And what we use is the quiz part in order to have students correctly identify 30 cells, hematology cells, in a minute, maybe more or less than a minute. I say maybe more because the app only allows you 1 minute. However, if a team does not score a perfect score, then I have a calculation that I use to add time to the score for however many cells they did not achieve to the full 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We are in the final event, week 6. So for the varsity teams, the perfect scoring teams, that's the Super Cell Bowl. And for the Second Chance Showdown teams, the non-perfect scoring teams are the junior varsity, and they have been in the Second Chance Showdown. The winners of the varsity event achieve a wonderful live interview with yours truly. They get a team trophy from ASCP, designed by myself and ASCP. They get an amazing ASCP Board of Certification study package, along with the book and the online interactive exam, which is computer adaptive testing, just like the real Board of Certification exam, and they each get a participant certificate showing that they've been on an amazing team for this year. They also are highlighted in the print and online version of Critical Values, the ASCP magazine. The Second Chance Showdown winners, junior varsity teams, get to have a virtual trip to Lund, Sweden, where the headquarters of the Cellagen is. And we get to see some amazing behind the scenes creation of new analyzers, new technologies. It is just a really, really neat event, and I can't wait to hopefully go on the virtual field trip with the Second Chance winners this year as well. So if you want to celebrate with our teams, you can absolutely visit the Medical Lab Lady Gill store. If you use this QR code down at the bottom left, you have my all the things Medical Lab Lady Gill, and one of them is the store. You can click on that. We do not have yet the 2025 champion sweatshirt and everything yet, but it is coming. And what you see on here is the 2024, and we've got all this amazing swag to support our teams and virtual learning for medical laboratory science students and medical laboratory technology students. And we've got some amazing holiday swag as well. So I am wearing the Mary Lab Miss on the left version here. And if I go ahead and zoom in, you can change the colors of the sleeves. You cannot change the color of the writing. So you can see I have green sleeves on, and my logo is on there as well on the right sleeve. And there is a hoodie that is lab for the holidays, and the B is on the, I think it's platelets, platelets unit for all you blood bankers out there, or people who love blood bank. We are public servants, so we are in the lab 24/7 days a week, and we're trying to keep everybody safe and healthy. So if you want to celebrate the holidays while you're at work, this is your opportunity. We've got some other great swag here. This is original art by myself. I am artist as well. And for all you chemistry people out there, first QC, then the world. I love this one. I have it on order actually. And then back to the holidays, I'm the elf in charge of the naughty list. So another chemistry pun there. We've got drug screens, making sure that everybody's staying off the naughty list, right? And the Medical Lab Ambassador line that we've been definitely giving out these last 2 years, because we have the scavenger hunt event where individual students can go out there and definitely spread the word about the lab and the profession. So all that great stuff there. And then we've got another version of Mary Lab Miss, and I'm not wearing that one, but you can change the color of the cuffs and the outside of the hood and the pouch and everything. So you have a few different colors to choose from. Same thing again here. I'm the elf in charge of the naughty list. And then we've got my daughter's favorite, because she's the one who came up with it. It's Oh Chemistry. I know there's a lot of chemistry theme on here, but I was a chem girl, so just putting it out there. Want to give everybody the love all over the place. But if you look on the inside of the hood of the hoodie, we have more more blood tubes in the shape of different snowflakes. So definitely get your wonderful lab swag in time for the holidays. So order now because they need to, start the print cycle again. And as I said, available soon. We've got the 2025 Cell Bowl line. You can get a poster. You can get a hoodie with peripheral blood smear inside the hood. So cool. On the back, you've got all of the teams that are represented on the poster. So that's the top 25. We had a lot of ties this year. So I don't know if we'll make it to 25. I'm going to do my best to try to get as many people. It might be the top 20 though, but try to get as many teams on there. But you can see on the sleeve, the one side has the Super Bowl, or sorry, the Super Cell Bowl champions, and the other side has the second chance showdown winners. So each sleeve represents who has won each event. Remember that the second chance showdown only started in 2023, so it's only been 2 years, and we have a few more Super Cell Bowl winners because we've been in 5 seasons. So you can also get a pennant to hang up in your lab, any way to support the winning teams and all the great work that the top have done. So even though most of those teams will be the varsity teams, when we do see the second chance showdown, the winners usually bump up into the varsity leagues standings. They're not technically in the varsity league, but they are changing the standings of the varsity league. So if you have been thinking that your score is safe, it's not. It got moved. I can't wait to show you. It's been an incredible week. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about where you can find those scores. If you want to stay in touch with all the great things that are happening, all the great educational events online, you can either sign up your team down in the sign up section of the Get Involved portion of the Medical Lab Lady Guild website, or you can fill out the game interest form, the game show interest form, and we can try something else, not just Cell Bowl. There are other places, other departments in the lab, and we want to celebrate those too. You don't have to compete against any other team. You can compete against your own team members in whatever kind of event we end up doing. I just want to know what you're interested in. There are some options in there. Just let me know, and we can go ahead and maybe start some events in the spring. We do have other events that have happened. If you look on the left side of this screen, when you get to the website, you'll see that there have been other opportunities. And if you scan there, that is the website. So you can follow along with me if you'd like. So we've got competitions, education. So we've seen a lot of need for students to put the Cell Bowl information on their resume, because definitely it is something that the future employers are looking for. And so I did run a series and everything about how do you prepare from going, or how do you prepare to be a graduate going into the laboratory field, and what should you be doing? How do you prepare for that and land your dream job, at least your dream initial job, right? We have lots of great opportunities to learn about that. So check it out. I'm not going to zoom in because you kind of already saw some things there, but here's the QR code again for the website. You can sign up for different kinds of events. You can subscribe for posts. I haven't done too many posts because I've just been trying to keep it where the Cell Bowl is the main part, but that's probably going to change soon. The scores for Cell Bowl are on here. So if you look at the top part of the link, those are the scores. And if you click on the picture of the people or Aaron and myself, then you will see the playlist for that year. The first year we did not do the scores the same way, so I don't really have the same representation there that you see in the rest of the seasons. So you can subscribe to stay informed for the RSS feed. If you do, you need to make sure that you have your Google account and are using the Google account to do so. Again, there are the event signups. You can see the YouTube channel links off of there, Cell Bowl, game shows. We've done more than just this. And then Lab Week and the store and the for new medical laboratory professionals, you can go and look at all of that. One-stop shop for everything, right? So RSS feeds, and you can prepare for the BOC by practicing your skills from all areas of the lab, by going to these different videos, even for the playlist that we have for the entire clinical side of the laboratory. And we've already done Pictionary, but I'd like to do an escape room style event. I already kind of have it set up in a way, but I haven't completed it yet. And I am working on a very fun board game that everybody will recognize. So we'll see when that comes into play. And then this is just an example of one of the game shows that we did. It was Pictionary Micro Edition. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so week 6. Are you ready to hit the field? Let's go. All right. So week 6, we're gonna do this like we usually do for all of the weeks this far. Oh man. So in week 6, we had a different situation happen. First time ever, we had so many teams going into the Super Cell Bowl that it became evident we needed a tiebreaker. Oh man, there were three-way ties, there were four-way ties. It was just craziness this whole season. So, in order to do so, what we ended up doing was not only did the program director or faculty member submit the best score for the team, also submitted were the second best scores. And oh man, I was so excited to see those scores. I was worried that teams were thinking the way that some of my team members were thinking, where, oh, that person's just carrying our team, we don't need to do this anymore, we'll just rely on them to go ahead and move us through. Well, that is not what these teams did. So I was really happy to see everything that happened this week. I even got some scores, like the third best score, which happened to tie the second best score, and that was incredible. I loved it. It was just so great to see everybody. But yes, ties were going to be immediately broken, and if they weren't, we might have had to go 3 scores deep. So thank you for submitting those. That was funny. I appreciated it. And so let's see what happened. It was really incredible. We got to see some backup quarterbacks plays. They did a great job. All right, so week 6, we had 2 players for each team. We got Wichita State University, who submitted the three players scores, just in case we had to go deep on the bench. I loved that. That was so funny. It made me laugh. So Kansas, Wichita State University's MLS program, the best score was 28 seconds. Oh my gosh, that's less than a second for each cell. That's incredible. And then the second player and third player both tied for 29 seconds. That's incredible. I don't know how you all do this. I'm so proud of all of you. Everybody on this list, I mean, doing a great job. So then we've got right behind them was University of Connecticut. Oh man, it was so close. The top 3 on here and the top 4 technically had like 3-way ties, 4-way ties. It was incredible all semester. I say semester, all season long. So University of Connecticut had 29 seconds, and their second best time was 33 seconds. Just so tight. Everything was so tight. Then we had Bristol Community College's MLT program had 30 seconds. So, oh man, a second, half second. Uh, Crazy, crazy, craziness. So yeah, less than less than a second, half a second would be per cell on these everybody, and then hitting a half a second per cell for Bristol. That's just incredible. And they didn't have a second one submitted, so they automatically get a 90. And then St. Luke's Hospital of Kansas City, Missouri had 33 seconds, and second player had 28, so that brings them to a 62. Great, great scores there. And then we had Endeavor Health from Illinois having a 54-second time with a backup time of 61. Look how tight all these are. So close. And then North Central Technical College's MLT program, the second MLT program in these end events, had 55 seconds, and the second player had 56. You all are just playing so well and so closely together. You could definitely tell your team members. So good job, teammates. That leads us into Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you, we got some great footage of student nurses. They were the cheerleaders for these events. They were so excited to come and cheer on our medical laboratory technology and medical laboratory science students. It was so exciting. In fact, they distracted a few of the players, so we were a little concerned, but it worked out great. Everybody did a great job. I like this player is, doing some dancing while skipping down the field. It was really funny. All right, so thank you, student nurses, for coming out and cheering us on. We were so happy to have you. And yay, Wichita State had the touchdown for the week. Nice work. Touchdown with 28 seconds and a 29er just to follow it up. Well done. All right, kicking it out of the park. All right, now we've got the national standings for just week 6. This is not the entire event, right? So in varsity, we have Wichita State leading the charge, and we've got University of Connecticut right behind them. Such a close play. We got 1 second in between each of the top 3. Bristol came in right behind. Wonderful MLT program with 30 seconds. And then St. Luke's Hospital of Kansas City, Missouri, their MLS program was 33 seconds. Now, I want you to remember that even though they have the same time as Columbia State Community College, our first amazing players of the year this season, they had the first touchdown of the entire event. They made it into spot 5 because they didn't go into the playoffs. They didn't well, they did. They didn't go into the rest of the event. So they stopped. So they can't tie with the players that were ending up in the other events. So that is why you don't see a 4th spot tie. Okay. And that is legitimate because they weren't playing the same weeks. But obviously amazing score. Well done. All right, South Dakota State University's MLS program had 38 seconds, followed so closely behind, milliseconds there with Wayne State University. Hillsborough Community College's MLS program had 39 seconds out in Florida. We really saw them as top runners for this year. They did a great job, and they were followed again, another set of milliseconds. This is maddening. It's so intense. AHN St. Vincent School of Medical Laboratory Science had 39.7 seconds. And to round out the top 10, we had Ferris State University's MLS program from Michigan following with 42.7 seconds. So I'm not going to continue to read the rest of them because we will see all of them on the shirt, hopefully, if I can get everybody on there. But well done. You all did incredibly well. And that's not the end because we've got the rest of the varsity teams. It didn't fit all on one slide where you could actually read it. So yes, well done. And we're going to continue to see the rest of the teams, the varsity teams. So round 2 of the varsity teams. And again, this is only week 6. This is not the entire event. So you got to stick around to figure out everything. All right. So we've got home team, George Washington University out in DC, right in my backyard, 56.3 seconds. 24th place is West Virginia's New River Community and Technical College's MLT program. 57 seconds, so close, so close. And right behind them, Wake Technical Community College's MLT program with 57.7 seconds. And that rounds out our top 25. And again, you have some amazing teams on here and really great scores. Everybody on here is in the varsity league, even though you can see some non-perfect scores down here. That's because it's the 3-week average. It's not just the one. So teams that have those kinds of scores might have had a non-perfect score, but jumped to the varsity league later on. And that's why we see that average being a little bit higher there. And all great plays. Really, really well done. Okay. So many celebrations. There were a ton of celebrations in the stadium this week. It was so much fun. So much fun. All right. So national standings for the junior varsity league. Oh, these were, it was so close here too. It was so tight. We weren't sure how everything was going to end, but coming out on top was Endeavor Health with 54 seconds out in Illinois, and the neighboring state, Wisconsin's North Central Technical College's MLT program with 55 seconds. They were 1 second apart. It was almost a tie there too. It was incredible. And then in third place, we've got Indiana University South Bend's MLS program with 61 seconds. And then Kaiser University from Florida's MLT program with 62 seconds. And then we see 2 more seconds coming on there for Radford University out in Virginia. Their MLS program had 64 seconds. And then we've got Central Community College Grand Island, Nebraska with 66 seconds. And you can just see a great combination of East and West there. And we've got Coastal Carolina Community College from North Carolina and their MLT program with 72.3 seconds. Eastern Michigan University's MLS program with 80.7 seconds in 8th place. And from Maryland, Morgan State University's MLT program at 82 seconds. And then followed by Henny Penn Healthcare MLS program with 83 seconds from Minnesota. And we've got Coastal Alabama Community College's MLT program with 85 seconds from Alabama. And then we had the rest of the teams that unfortunately didn't hit the field this year, but we would love to have you back. Please definitely come back and play again. Another great celebration of everybody's great work. Oh, the cheerleaders are back. There was a lot of celebrations. So wonderful. All right. So the Super Cell Bowl and the Second Chance Showdown winning teams. Who are they? Oh my gosh. It was great. I got to give out a trophy. I was so excited. It was so much fun. The students were very expected. I was honestly scared I was going to get mobbed. I'm not very tall. So I almost brought Aaron out as a bodyguard because he's extremely tall. He's like 6'5" or something. I'm 5'4". So we hit the field quite literally. I took off my coach's hat and I put on my medical lab lady Gil, presenter hat, and I got to present the most amazing trophy. It was so much fun and everybody was amazing. So many confetti and balloons. It was wild. And then so the varsity Super Cell Bowl teams, we had some incredible firsts this year, but some really great plays. So let's look first at how they all got here. So again, there's 4 teams that went into the Super Cell Bowl. That's a first. That's never happened before. It was supposed to be 2 teams, and we had 4. Just more the merrier. And if you look, it's 2 West teams and 2 East teams. And I can't tell you what a nail biter this was. Okay, so we've got the weeks at the bottom of the touchdowns that each of these teams got. So Wichita State had 4 touchdowns. St. Luke's Hospital had none, but was very, very close to the touchdowns. Look how many second places they were. All right, regionally, they were second. in weeks 2 and 3. And then in weeks 4 and 5, they were nationally second. I wasn't sure who was going to win. It was still mind boggling that, we still didn't have all these four-way ties and everything. It was crazy. All right. So then in um, weeks 3 through 5, University of Connecticut was also leading the pack in the entire nation. And in week 3, they were first in the East and then second in the East in the second week. And Bristol Community College, sorry, forgot to say their touchdowns. They had touchdowns in 3 weeks. 3, 4, and 5. They were on a roll. All right, moving on to Bristol Community College's stats. We had 2 touchdowns during this event. It was 2 of the 3 evens numbers of the week. So it was weeks 2 and weeks 4. And they had really great standings too. They were first in the nation week 2 and in regionals, the East. And then in week 3, they were number 1. And I don't know if you've noticed, but you can see the times. Okay, so these are the times in seconds that each of these teams had as they were going through. I cannot believe these times. Look at them. They started out in less than 50 seconds. That's ridiculously amazing. All of them. Less than 50 seconds starting out in week 1. Then we hit week 2. They all drop past the 40 mark and go down to 30s. I don't understand this. I'm not even sure my brain works that fast with just even reading what I'm looking for and then finding it. I think the finding for me is a little bit faster than the reading of the thing because I'm so worked up when I'm playing this game. All right. And then in week 4, we see some breakaways. We see 2 teams that had each from the East and the West that had passed the 30 mark into the 20s. Wow. And then here we are, here's this final event. So well done. I did color them in placings. So blue is first, red is second, yellow is third, and white is fourth. So we've got Wichita State taking it. And then the Yukon Huskies right behind them. So the Shockers, then the Huskies. Then we've got Bristol Community College. And then we've got St. Lucasites. Woo! And those are your placings for the Supercell Bowl. We got the Shockers, the Huskies. It's almost like a chant. Bristol and the Lucasites. Woo! Well done, everyone. So great. You all did such an amazing job. I'm going to give you a little celebration here if I can move my little presenter thing. Hold on. Here we go. Woo! Yay! Okay, well done. It doesn't look as good if I'm sharing my screen because usually it'll go all over the place. So sorry about that. All right. There are our winners. Woo! Yes. Big, big, big team. Holy cow. Oh, man. There they are. Wichita State University Supercell Bowl 2025 champions. Yes, you get the trophy. You get the certificates. You get to hang out with me with a live interview. Woo! And you get that amazing Board of Certification study package and get to be highlighted in the critical values. You all will also be highlighted in the magazine I'm going to put together for Cell Bowl. I just haven't finished it yet. And the cheerleaders were just going wild, getting the crowd really worked up for you all. Well done. So excited. Okay, now what happened with the Second Chance Showdown junior varsity teams? Let's see. All right. So we had some great plays all throughout the season again with these teams. They were so close the entire time. And at some points, they were even tied. Like in week 3, they were both 27th place nationally and 14th place regionally. And they're both from the West. Oh my goodness. My hope came true. My wish came true. You all did it. The West won it all. So happy. I'm so excited. Thank you all for playing. It was incredible. So, just to remind you, the reason that these two teams did not have touchdowns was because they're in the junior varsity league, right? So, they're in the non-perfect scoring teams. However, that doesn't mean they stayed there. They found the loophole and they played with it a lot. Because look at this. We've got making it to the playoffs. They still stuck around just to make sure that they could do it. And they stayed in the junior varsity, but then they jumped ship. They started to get perfect scoring times in weeks 5 and obviously in this last week, 2 week 6. So, oh man, you all did incredible. Look at the placings. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in all of these charts, I don't have the the 4 through the 6, the last 3 weeks for regionals, and that's because we don't run regionals the entire time. After the first 3 weeks, the regionals are out, the playoffs are in, and we only go with national standings. So that's why you see blank spots from 4 to 6. All right, so we got 29th place and 27th place. They were so close this entire time. Then 21st place and sticking it there, right over top of my team. And same thing with the other team. You all pushed us down again. Oh man. So if you're like my team, you better go check those national standings because these two teams just wrecked it everywhere. They're like Wreck-It Ralph, just knocking everything down, knocking everybody down. So these are the brick teams. They definitely did push everybody down. That was in the varsity league. So go check your go check your times just in case. And we will show you in a few slides here what your team ended up what your final team scores were after these brick teams. All right, so Endeavor Health and North Central Technical College's Timberwolves. Woo! Beautiful teams here, great smiling faces. And Endeavor Health won it. Woo! Congratulations. I'm going to move my bar again here to give you, oh no, go back. Gonna try to move this to give you another celebration. I know the reaction in the film's not very exciting, but there we go. Yay! Congratulations! Woo! The stadium went wild. You could hear all the stomping and the horns, the air horns. It was great. So, second chance showdown winners got to hit the field with me too. They don't actually get a trophy, but they had we had kind of a little bit of a trophy there with them. We were having so much fun. Really great time. Well done. Lots of confetti with you all too. Great smiling faces. Oh, it was so wonderful. All right. So Endeavor Health's MLS program, you win the Cellavision virtual tour, the virtual field trip. So we are hopping you on a virtual plane. Don't worry if you get airsick or you get nervous. It's no big deal. We'll get you there in a few seconds just online. So hopefully I get to go this year too. More lovely nursing students out there cheerleading you on, getting the whole stadium to roar for you all. Congratulations, great work. All right, so these are the final event winners. We got the Supercell Bowl Shockers, and we've got with Wichita State, obviously. Then we've got the Endeavor Health team winning. And again, the West won it all. Yeah. Woo! Congratulations. Okay, so let's look at the bracket. We got to always come here. Okay, so in case you all forgot, we had all these great teams coming in from the West. The red, our second chance or the second chance league. So junior varsity league going into the playoffs. Blue was the varsity league heading towards the Supercell Bowl. And same here. We got all these East teams. It's crazy packed over here. My goodness. So again, blue goes towards the Supercell Bowl. Those are the varsity league playoff teams. And then red is your junior varsity league second chance playoff teams. And then here's where it got busy. Just want to give this some screen time because you all, oh, you did an amazing job. I still can't believe 4 teams in the Supercell Bowl. It didn't have to be that way. We could have just had 2 teams. I really, really liked it this way because it gave everybody more opportunity to be celebrated. So if we see that happening again, I think we're going to stick with how we did it this year. I really enjoyed having to look at more scores because it was so much fun. Very, very happy for all of you. Congratulations. So there they are. Team really celebrating their beautiful trophy after I gave it to them on the field. And then all the cheerleaders out there cheering for everybody, having a great time. Woo! All right. So now we have the national standings. This is for the entire event. And I really did like how we had it last week, where we had it every single week on here. So I just want to make sure that you can see that again. So the top 10 is mostly East teams, but there was a peppering of West teams in there too. And it doesn't matter that there was just peppering because they won it. So congratulations. Very excited. I put the top 4 that were in the Supercell Bowl, made them in the center so that you could distinguish them from the rest of the list. And in the playoffs, we had South Dakota State University and Hillsborough Community College. And we weren't sure if they were going to make to the Supercell Bowl too. Everybody was so close. It was very, very close. And Columbia State, man, they hit the entire event running. They set the bar with 38 seconds as their first week, and they just got better and better each time. It was ridiculously close. So you can see weeks 1, 2, 3, the 3-week average. I included that because most of the teams don't go to the playoffs. So you want to see where their scores came from, the 3-week average. And then we've got week 4 nationals. Again, most of them are the 3-week average, but if they were in the top 7 teams up here, then they did change. They were still playing. So you've got all those 30 seconds. I'm telling you, so many ties. It was ridiculous. We were like, when are we going to separate these teams? And then we had a 2-set 2-way tie, a double 2-way tie there to take us into this week. And then we shook it up. We didn't even have to use the second, the backup quarterbacks plays, but it was so close. We almost did. Thank you so much for our backup quarterbacks. Let's give them some love too, because, oh man, they had a lot of pressure on them too. It was incredible. So I wanted to point this out because I started the season out this way and I just wanted to follow up. Remember at the beginning when I said that Wichita State was back for blood this season? And it was because back in 2023, they were the second chance showdown winners, but they wanted to come back and try to just grab that Super Cell Bowl win. And they did. And their main rival, because of the two winning teams that year, was University of Connecticut. And look at this. They were so close the entire season. I was just beside myself thinking, oh my goodness, are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Because UConn was giving them an extremely hard run for their money. But they did. They finally made it. So now this is the only team that can say this. Wichita State University is the only team of all the teams that have played. And I think that's like 158 teams that we've had in total ever play. So that's all across all of our seasons. They're the only ones that can say they have both titles. That's incredible. That's a first. And I forgot to put that on the list of firsts. But yes, you all are the first. Wichita State University, you are the first to get both a second chance showdown title and a Super Cell Bowl title. So that's just amazing. I'm so proud of you all. Great job. And UConn has also been a first with the only team that has ever had a double Super Cell Bowl title. Well done. And you all were, I mean, so close. I mean, you were, oh, all of these top four teams were just neck and neck every single time. It was just a massive clot all over the field. We weren't sure we were going to be able to break it up. We had to get some enzymes out there. And oh, it was just incredible. So you all did an amazing job too. Well done. So both of you, the top two, are first in so many different ways. So congratulations. That is something to be very proud of. All right, so the top 10 did not change from what I read to you before, and you've had time to look at them. So I just wanted to make sure to highlight those items there. So we're going to go down this way. We've got some ties again in 11th place. I did not mean to do that. I don't know how that happened. In 11th place, Michigan Technological University and Ohio Northern University. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Ohio Northern University is one of our rookie teams, and they almost made it into the top 10. Like they were just under the 10th place. That's incredible. Just inspiring. You all are inspiring. Wytheville Community College from their MLT program from Virginia also is a tie in the top 20 in the 16th place. They're another rookie team. The next rookie team right behind them, and not very far behind them at all, was Grand Valley State University from Michigan. So we had this MLT MLS battle the entire season. Andrews did amazing as well from Michigan. Don't want to leave that other Michigan team out. And they were hanging tight. It was like the Michigan clot for a while. Then we have another rookie team, Iowa Central Community College, rounded out the top 20. Oh, so great. And you all were so consistent. Your team score almost didn't change very much at all. Like, look at that. We went 54, 51, 54. Woo! It's like a cheer. Average of 53 that held you out for the rest of the season. And Endeavor Health. Oh my gosh, they're a rookie team and they just won the second chance showdown, which is another first. You all are so incredible. Look at your times. Okay, 68 seconds, 65 and 63. And look how close you are with Northern Central Technical College. It's only their second season. So you all, you newbies, man, just doing some amazing work. Great, great job. And that's 21st and 22nd place. Like I said, oh, I thought they did both push me down. I'm sandwiched right in between them, along with Old Dominion University over in Virginia, two-state pair, you know. So the two of us are sandwiched in between the winners and the second place winners of the Second Chance Showdown. Incredible. Okay. And then Mercer and York and Mercy and Penn State, Milton, Hershey Medical Center, they all are 24th place. And the reason I'm bringing that up too is that Penn State, Hershey's Medical Center was a rookie team and they joined the biggest clot you've seen out of the entire season and they wouldn't let it go. We couldn't find any enzymes to clean up that mess. You all were like stuck together, so close, so tightly packed. It was ridiculous. We kind of gave up after a while. So after week 3, we just gave up that we were ever going to break you all up. So congratulations on your 24 clot. You all did an amazing job. And then rounding out that top 25, George Washington University's MLS program, amazing scores there too and had a few milliseconds difference between 24th spot and 25th. But that's not a song that's new. I mean, we've been singing that tune all the way down this whole score sheet. And 27th, Wake Technical Community College was another one of our rookie teams, 27th place. Remember, we had 58 teams that played this year, and you're in 27th place with a lot of clots. That's great. So, so great. And then the MLT program of Maine. Woo! 29th place, rounding out that top 30. Just really, really doing a great job. Very consistent with those scores too. Baptist Health Jacksonville just got you at that third week. Well, they were a little bit ahead of you on the first week too, but it was so, so close. So, so close. Like 3 seconds, then 4 seconds. That's all it was. And they were our last year, sorry, our Super Cell Bowl winners last year. So you can see title holders are all over the place. They just don't hang out at the top like we saw when we were looking at UConn and Wichita State. Woo! We had so many balloons. I think we did have a top on the dome, so we collected them. They didn't end up in the ocean, but it was so great. So many celebrations all over the place. And those plays were celebrated. Like I said, some of us got distracted by the nursing cheerleaders over here. But we had such a great time. The national standings are continuing because that wasn't the end. Like I said, we had 58 teams. So if you thought that was it, you were wrong. Okay, so we had 2 more newbies, rookie teams, all the coastal people. So we had Coastal Carolina Community College's MLT program from North Carolina. They did a really great job. Excuse me, and they were in the 39th place. Their 3-week average was 72.3 seconds, and that carried them through for the rest of the season. So that's how they ended up in 39th. And then Coastal Alabama Community College played 1 week and then ended up not being able to make it to the field. We appreciate you coming out. They got an 85 for the 3-week average. So that knocked them into 44th place. So you can still place even if you don't play the entire time, you can still make it. And I have proof of that shortly. So stay tuned because it's really incredible. I can't wait to show you what's coming up. But yeah, so our rookie teams were all over the place, and so were our our title holders. So Central Community College, Grand Island, Nebraska was trying to do what Wichita State did this year. They were trying to be the first to get the two titles, both titles, to be a Super Cell Bowl winner, Super Cell Bowl champions, and Second Chance Showdown. But it didn't work out. So then they were like, okay, well, let's do a two title holder of Second Chance Showdown. But we were so close. I was really rooting for you all. I was really excited to see you come back and blaze the field, and you did. You had really great scores. So come back, try again. Really looking forward to that. You all have always been really great players, really great team. They were always the ones that gave me a weekly picture every week. They didn't do that this year. That was so sad because I loved watching them go out. They were at all over the town. They were going to pubs, they were going everywhere, and I enjoyed those pictures. They had such a close-knit team. So when you come back next year, can you please, show us around town again? I've never really been to Nebraska. I think I drove through it once, but it was because we were heading to a destination. But yeah, I'd love to see it around there a little bit more. And then our first Super Cell Bowl winners, the Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College, they just they did some amazing stuff, and they didn't stop this year either. They were in 37th place with really great scores. They just missed the third week. So I think they could have really gone up a little bit more, but it was just that third week got them. So we're happy that you came, so happy that you played on the field with us and enjoyed the stadium. And we hope to see you back next year. All right. So with that being said, woo! Sometimes we had some shows when when there were some amazing plays. Those cheerleaders got out there on that field and just went crazy with cheering and getting everybody involved. It was wonderful. All right, so let's look at the summary. This is what I was really excited to show you all in the following slide as well. All right, so we had 10 rookie teams. We had 20 more teams than we did last year play in this event. The week one touchdown score was 8 seconds faster than last year. And it was from Ohio State Community College. Their MLT program from Tennessee just rocked the field that first week and set the bar for the rest of the season. And that was the first time that we actually had a touchdown by an MLT team. Ah, that should have been in the first part. I'm sorry. That should have been under like I have another thing coming with the first. So that was in the wrong spot. I'll probably change that later. But there was a 10-second improvement from weeks one's touchdown to the winning team score in the Super Cell Bowl. 10 seconds. And that is because Tennessee rocked us. I think it was 38 seconds. Yeah, 38 seconds. And then we won with 28 seconds. So it's because that week one touchdown was so incredible, there wasn't far to go. So 10-second improvement is still incredible, but that's not the biggest improvement we saw out of the entire season. Stay tuned, it's still coming. All right, so the first, like I said, the week one touchdown by an MLT team, I believe that was a first. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Southern West Virginia Technical College. I think they might have actually been the first one. So maybe I have it in the right spot. I have to go back and look at my stats. Okay. We had the most MLS teams in the top 10 and the top 25 than we've ever had before. Congratulations. Well done. We had the most teams we've ever had entering the Supercell Bowl because I just thought the more the merrier, and I let the clots happen. And then Lisa Harmon helped me figure out what to do because I was just so excited everybody was playing. We had the most tied final scores out of every season we've had so far. That was 8 placings in the top in all of the placings of the entire nation. 8 of them were ties. And if you remember, the 24th place was the biggest tie out of them all. Oh my goodness. And then we saved the most lives this season than we have in any of the previous seasons. And I say that in regards to technically it's just been the last two because the last two are the only times that we've had the community involvement with the blood drives allowing you to get a better score. So this is really incredible. Saving 181 people is incredible. So for any of you who were players and donated, or you're watching and you were a donor, or you're watching and you helped make it so that the blood drive happened, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't thank you enough. This is really, really incredible. You have no idea the impact this has on people and the community. So we thank you so much. Even though we were trying to get, team scores to be better, the real point of it is to save lives. And 181, that's incredible. Ah, that gives me chills. I'm so excited. This event has gone from just celebrating you all and trying to give exposure to your teams to the rest of the world, try to give awareness of the field and the educational programs behind it. But now we've also got a component, obviously, that has community engagement. So that's incredible. But the life-saving component, I mean, that's what we do. That's what our whole profession's all about. It's about getting out those diagnostic results and saving lives. And if you're working in the blood bank, you're using these donations and testing them to make sure they're safe to give to the patient. That's really the one area of the lab that has a therapy component. We give out units as therapy to help save lives and, life-saving components. But the rest of the lab, we're testing to make sure that everybody's treated correctly and safely and accurately. So we're saving lives all over the lab. I'm not trying to diminish the rest of the lab, but just the fact that 181 lives because the units that we collected, oh, it feels so good. Thank you all so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Yeah, that hits very close to home for me, actually. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And here are the 2 teams that did blood drives. We might have had more blood drives that we don't even know about that maybe didn't submit, but these are the 2 teams that did blood drives in order to submit for the 181, but also to hopefully increase their time. My team was one of them. We didn't collect enough. We ended up missing the mark, but that's okay. The lives are the important piece. So 181, that's incredible. So thank you all again. These first and the summary is really incredible. That's not all. Oh my gosh. So this is a first too. I had a request which I fulfilled at the beginning of the season, but well, like week 4. But I wanted to round this out with every team that needed to be highlighted. Because even though you didn't win, I'm not sure my team's ever going to win. We're never at the point of covering white blood cells by the time that we're halfway through. So weeks 1 through 3, we haven't even covered white blood cells yet. They've seen them, they've learned what they are, but they haven't learned every stage or anything, or they're not there in hematology yet. So I doubt that my team will ever win. I'm okay with that because it's about learning, it's about fun while learning. Um, so I wanted to highlight some teams because that heart and that joy that I have for, the learning and the fun while learning is what these teams have as well. So I really wanted to point these teams out because of their incredible work. Yeah, you didn't win. That's okay. Highlight this. When you go to talk to your C-suite, anybody that's supporting your team, show them this slide. Show them where you've been and the improvement that you've done. So without further ado, let's take a look at these incredible teams. So in the varsity playoff teams, the most improved team was Bristol Community College. What was their improvement time? What was that gap? 18 seconds. Hold on a second. Do you remember what we just saw a few slides ago where we were talking about the first week to the last week of the event? The winning time was only 10 seconds better than the first week touchdown score. Tennessee, I'm sorry if that's like giving you heart pains, but it's 10 seconds change. This team, Bristol Community College's MLT program, almost doubled that. They got an 18-second difference. They improved 18 seconds from week 1 all the way through to the final time that they played. The JV playoff teams, I should have put team, sorry about that. I'll correct it. Was Endeavor Health, one of our rookie teams. Oh my gosh, let's see how well they did. 14-second difference. Oh my gosh. Oh, incredible. Look at those times. 14 seconds and 18 seconds. Incredible. That's not all. I can't wait to show you the biggest improvement. It's going to blow your mind. The varsity teams. These are the teams that were in the varsity league but did not make it to the playoffs. Northern Illinois University, their improvement time, 20 seconds. That's double the best score we had the first week and the best score we had the last week. Oh my gosh, 20 seconds. Well done. Wow. We're not to the end yet. We got this whole slide to fill out. I'm so excited. All right, then we've got the JV teams that did not make it to the playoffs. Eastern Michigan University, your time improvement bested everyone with 28 seconds. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Wow, well done. I can't believe you all. These are incredible improvements. That's still not all. The JV to varsity teams. All right. Let me tell you about this bracket. This bracket is taking the teams that did the best. There were others that were very close in all of these placings that I've held up here. There are other teams that made it really close. But I wanted to highlight the most improved players. Now, or most improved teams. So this one says teams, and then everything else should have not said teams, but just team. But this one actually has two teams. And the reason that I want to point this out is because one of the teams did not play every single week in the regional heat, and then the other one did. So there was a difference there, a ginormous difference, but there was a difference. And I wanted to make sure to highlight both of them. So, University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences MLS program improved by 46 seconds in a 3-week time period. Wow. That's incredible. And they were not last, right? They were nowhere near last in the national event. 46 seconds. That's the team that missed 1 week, only 1 week. So if you are wanting to play in the Cell Bowl and you think, we're never going to make it to whatever because we missed 1 week, this team is showing you that's not a valid argument. You can improve and do an amazing job. So 46 seconds. Wow. All right. And the other team is York College, and they improved 21 seconds. So well done. They're the ones that I did highlight earlier in the whole season. But I wanted to make sure we had a celebration wall for all the teams that maybe didn't win, but were winning internally, right? In their own personal best. This is so incredible. So you Ames, you won it with the best improvement time of 46 seconds. Congratulations. So, so proud of you all. Glad you stuck with it. That's incredible. Well done. And of course, you got cheered by the cheerleaders too. Yay! Congratulations. All right. So I just want to remind you who our rookies were. I did go through and I did highlight them, our amazing 10 teams, and one of them winning the second chance showdown. That would be Endeavor Health. Congratulations. So we have all these great teams. We cheer for you. We're so happy you're here. So glad you did so well. That was a play. Great job. Then we have our endurance teams, the 4-season teams that came back. This is their 4th season. Congratulations to all you all. Can't tell you how incredibly honored we are to have you back. Thank you so much. So, so glad that you're here. So we've got Baptist South School of Medical Laboratory Science in Alabama, University of Arkansas that just we saw was the best, most improved team out of the entire season. We've got Otero College from Colorado. This is their 4th season MLT program. We've got UConn coming back and being that second that double record holder, right? We've got Baptist Health Jacksonville returning after winning last season. We've got Frontier Community College from Illinois and Northern Illinois that we just saw did an amazing job with their most improved player, MIT team, most improved team. We've got Eastern Michigan University's MLS program really coming back and hitting the field strong. We had Central and Western Piedmont community colleges from North Carolina. They're just having it out, battling it out between each other, trying to see who's the best in North Carolina. It was great. We had Mid Plains Community College MLT program from Nebraska. We had York College, another improved team of 21 seconds, most improved team with UAMES. Those two jumped ship from the junior varsity league all the way to the varsity league and did a great job. Guthrie RPH Medical Laboratory Science Program from Pennsylvania. And then we have Columbia State Community College. We have Central Texas College, and we've got Radford University from Virginia, Moraine Park Technical College from Wisconsin, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, and Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College have been with us from the beginning. Missed one season and then came back. They're our first title holders ever. I'll never forget that year. That was incredible. Then we've got the other set of endurance teams, the GOATs, the original teams that have stayed with us these entire 5 seasons. And I bet you can guess who's on there. All right, we've got University of Illinois Springfield, Bristol Community College, woo! One of our MITs and one of the top ranking varsity leagues out there. We got College of Southern Maryland, that's me, woo! Hanging on for 5 seasons. Wayne State University's MLS program in Michigan. Central Community College, Grand Island, Nebraska, our second chance ShowDown winners in 2024. Woo! We've got Mercer County Community College. Lisa and I have been battling it out against each other in the East for 5 seasons. I think we're 2 and 3. I think we've beaten her twice and she's beaten us 3 times. I want to tie it up, Lisa. I want to tie it up. We got St. Francis Health System in Oklahoma, their MLS program, AHN St. Vincent School of MLS in Pennsylvania, Central Texas College MLT program, and Houston Methodist Hospital Medical Laboratory Science program, an MLT and an MLS from Texas. Woo! Thank you all for sticking with us. And like I said, I'll fix the Columbia State. I don't know what happened there, but we were rocking the stadium this season, and we thank you for coming back and hope that you join us again next year. How do you do that? Sign up on the Medical Lab Lady Guild website. We've already got 2026 available to sign up for. And then we've got the winner circle. Woo! Winner circle selfies. Let's take a look at who we've got here. So we've got St. Luke's, a hospital from Missouri, their MLS program. Oh yeah, great job. Bristol Community College's MLT program from Massachusetts, sorry. Wichita State University, the winners of the Supercell Bowl for 2025, and they are showing you their scores. So this was the first string quarterback, and she hit the field and got a 28, and then her second string quarterbacks both tied with 29 seconds. Congratulations to all of you. That was incredible. Then we've got Endeavor Health, the winners of the Second Chance Showdown. Woo! Congratulations. They're from Illinois. They're an MLS program in Illinois. Then we've got University of Connecticut, the only second 2-time winning Supercell Bowl champions. Welcome back, University of Connecticut. You did an amazing job. We hope to see you next year too. Rack them up, right? All the trophies. We got North Central Technical College MLT program in Wisconsin. They were the second place winners in the Second Chance Showdown. Woo! Nice work. And get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going through all the teams. Some of them you might see more than once, but we're gonna showcase all these amazing students. We've got Central Community College, Grand Island, Nebraska MLT program. Woo! Welcome back. I know it's not the same players, but I really like having the teams back. Wichita State, that ginormous team. Well done. Congratulations. We could see the winning quarterback here, second string quarterback, and trying to figure out who I think she's back there. The other second string quarterback. We've got St. Luke's back again. And Endeavor Health back again. Woohoo! We've got Western Piedmont Community College out in North Carolina, their MLT program. They're partying hard in their lab, having a good time. And Wake Technical Community College in North Carolina as well, their MLT program. We got some love out there in the back. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Make sure that you are sharing your team's great jobs using Cell Bowl 2025 hashtag. Got Bristol again, getting out there and talking to everybody about the regulatory T cells. Woo! We've got Ohio, Northern University, their MLS program. They're like the only Ohioans that came back. We used to have us, they were the biggest state representation besides Texas. And then Florida kind of flocked with you all, flip flop. So we're glad to see Ohioans back. We've got Mercy Hospital's MLS program from Oklahoma. Their lovely team, little snarkiness in the back there, love it. We've got Mercer from New Jersey. Mercer Community College's MLT program. Oh yeah, they're a fun-loving group too. Love it, love it, love it. You all have some amazing educators there. Okay, we've got AHN, St. Vincent in Pennsylvania, their MLS program with a human booster seat in the front. We've got South Dakota State University, their MLS program, the Jackrabbits. They did amazing. They're in the top 10. Weber State came back. So happy to have you all back. They're both MLT and MLS. I can't wait to tell you all about the amazing things they did that first season. Their teams score. I just wait for the publication. It's going to be incredible. Guthrie RPH's MLS program out of Pennsylvania. They're racking them and stacking them. Pennsylvania State Health Milton S. Hershey Medical Center, their MLS program. Our rookie team, one of our rookie teams. Houston Methodist Hospital, their MLS program in Texas. They always have beautiful pictures. They always do a really amazing job with their team picture. They've got a beautiful campus. We've got University of Texas Rio Grande Valley's MLS program. Really great team there. And we got Withville on the top right here out of Virginia, their MLT players. Well done. Radford University's MLS program. Got a big team there. Oh yeah, supporting Radford with that beautiful tablecloth. We've got Central Texas again, their MLT program. Wanted to include both of those because I wasn't sure if we got everybody in the photos or not. Oh, look, there's my team. They're hanging out with the cells they were identifying. Way to go, everybody. You all did a great job. So proud of you. We've got Old Dominion University over in Virginia. Got a great medical laboratory science student association there. Love the handmade banner there. Central Community College, Grand Island, Nebraska. Woo! Their MLT team. They've got some incredible scopes there. They've got scopes where you can look through the binoculars yourself. They're binocular microscopes, but they also have a screen up top so that you can see what the student is looking at through the scope on that screen. I wanted to go back to the original Columbia State Community College picture. It's just my favorite. We've got the Iowa Central Community College MLT program here at their lockers. And the gorgeous ladies of Lake Sumter State College in Florida, their MLT program. Otero from Colorado. They have a ginormous program. Look at all those great students. So happy you all did such a great job. We're back to the University of Connecticut. Thumbs up in the back. I love that. Honestly, he could be holding a phone, but I'm going to say that he's doing a thumbs up. Baptist South from Alabama, their MLS program. Great, fun-loving group there. They're having a good time. GW is an online program. So wonderful Cliff over here put all of them together. Nice work. Out in DC, George Washington University in DC. And we've got Loyola University in Chicago, Illinois, their MLS program. Dr. P is amazing. She loves teaching, and she's awesome. So glad you all are back. More lovely Marylanders. We've got Stevenson University's MLS program. They have an in-person and online program. And see, I think they taught the student nurses their cheers, because look, they're already cheering in the lab. I think that's what that was. They gave them a little bit of heads up of how to cheer for our MLT and MLS teams. We've got Morgan State University out in Maryland again. MLS program. We've got Coastal Carolina Community College, North Carolina's MLT program, the Lab Rats. Ferris State University's MLS program out in Michigan. It's a fun group too. Oh my goodness, got to get the whole thing in there. Michigan Technological University, their MLS program. They were all under the scope for that picture. Love that picture. Andrews University out in Michigan, they have a ginormous team too, and a beautiful campus with a gorgeous sculpture there. And then we've got the MLT program of Maine, which is a combination of in-person and online learning. And he's part of that. So his picture is part of that. It's like he's standing with them. Nice. All right. We've got some more teams. Columbia's just back again. Couldn't get rid of them. They were having so much fun. Baptist Health Jacksonville, their Florida team in front of that beautiful mural. I love blue herons, by the way. They're one of my favorite birds. My kayak is actually named Heron Hunter because we always go and look for blue herons, and had some great experiences kayaking up to blue herons. Are gorgeous. Then we've got Northern Illinois University's MLS program, their MLS club, having a good time. Columbia State, we've seen you before. Kaiser University's MLT program. They are a lovely group there too. Great group out of Florida. And another great group out of Florida, Hillsborough Community College's MLS program. We got a lot of Floridians battling it out. Getting towards the end here, we've got Central Texas College learning hematology cells. Doing a great job while in the Cell Bowl while doing it. Indiana University South Bend MLS program. They're just a group of cool people. That guy looks super cool. He's just chilling. And only a couple of people knew that there was a picture being taken, and they're enjoying their Cell Bowl in here at Western Piedmont Community College in North Carolina. Go MLTs. See, they were already ready to win. They had these big party decorations already celebrating. All right. And we've got Baptist Health Jacksonville again with their trophy, internal trophy. And Western Piedmont Community College, North Carolina, enjoying a break while studying, maybe. So it might have been that they were studying, but not on a break. I don't know. They got all the great snacks, nice student lounge there. Oh, stop laser. And Ames, the winners of the most improved team out of the entire event. Incredible. Over 40 seconds, almost 50 seconds improvement. Got to give you a round of applause again. Well done. Nice work. Frontier Community College. They had a great time this year too. They were loving, oh man, they were loving all the time. Columbia, how'd you get back on there? And St. Luke's. Man, we can't get away from all of you. Making sure everybody's in it to win it. York, another of the most improved teams, 21 seconds. Woo! From New York, their MLS program, the Cardinals. Woo! Hillsborough again. Got those blood cells up on the wall there. And that's it. So thank you all so much for coming and watching the final event. Oh my gosh, I said stop the share. So glad you all could make it. Go ahead and have some great celebrations. For you all who did win the Super Cell Bowl and the Second Chance Showdown teams, I'll connect you to the appropriate people, whether it's ASCP or Celevision, and hopefully I'll get invited to the field trip again this year. You don't have to, but I'd love to come. Aaron wants to be too. So just as a FYI, this week again is the annual meeting for the ASCP whole get together where you get all these great educations. You can still sign up if you want to and attend virtually like me. I'll be there virtually. And I also have a session in there to help you use AI to do fun things like we're doing with the Cell Bowl. And it was one of the pre-recorded sessions. So you'd have to look into that section, not the ones that are happening during the week. But that's where Aaron is. And if you are there, make sure to say hi and let him know the scores because he doesn't know yet. All right. Well, you all have an amazing rest of your year, and we will see you in season 6. Oh my goodness. It'll be season 6. And I can't wait to see who comes back, who takes the titles, and if we have any more battles out on the field that maybe originated this year. For until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.